shoulder, into the end zone, touchdown. He started left, cut back to the middle of the field, and he's into the end zone, and Jacksonville has taken the lead. Now it's going to be a direct snap to Travis Etienne, a little bit of a wildcat. He tries the middle of the field, keeps his feet, leans toward the goal line, touchdown! A 2-yard touchdown run out of the Wildcat, and Jacksonville has extended the lead. Empty backfield on 1st and goal from the 1.
Quarterback draws a possibility.
That's what it looks like, isn't it? It's just going to be a quarterback power right up the middle, touchdown. I mean, Trevor Lawrence just lowered his shoulder and pulled into the end zone. He was almost untouched. A 1-yard touchdown run, and Jacksonville has extended the lead. They take the toss, they throw it back to the end zone. Caught for the touchdown! A play fake. Tim Patrick in the back of the end zone, a 1-yard touchdown pass. They've extended the lead. How good is that? And they run it with Etienne to the left side, to the 10, inside the 5-yard line, stretching for the pylon. Travis Etienne, touchdown! A touchdown run of 13 yards. Jacksonville's extended the lead. This one's been all Jaguars all day long at Everbank Stadium.
1010XL 92.5 FM presents Jaguars Today with your hosts Mike Dempsey, Tony Smith, Mike DeRocco, and Dylan Denmark.
All right, sing it with me. Jaguars! Man, puts me in a good mood when the Jags win to the point where we can hear Dylan Denmark's open all throughout the week and not be tired of it. At least I'm not at this point. Good morning, everybody. Welcome into Jaguars Today. Good morning, Tony Smith.
Good morning.
How are you? How are things?
Good.
Everything
all
good?
Yeah.
Fantastic in your world? Are you feeling positive about the Jaguars this week?
Kind of in the middle.
We had some cautious optimism.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the middle. I don't love the injury report for the Jaguars.
No.
I do think Brissett presents some things that could test the Jaguars, right? Like, so I don't look at this game and think it's a 3-touchdown win for the, like, I think it's going to be a 1-score game with the Cardinals ultimately is what I think it's going to be. But do I think the Jaguars should win? Yeah. I think that they ought to win this week, and then we'll see what that looks like next week against Tennessee.
Mike DeRocco of ESPN fame has joined the program this morning. Good morning, D-Rock. How are you?
Hi.
Good to see you. How you feeling? Everything good in your world?
Everything's fantastic.
Somebody
stomach is full.
Somebody hit me up. Well, your stomach should be full, right? But you look svelte. And somebody hit me up to say that D-Rock looks really good. Let D-Rock know that he looks good.
Oh, you need my number?
Hey, now, look at this guy, playa. You go on with your bad self over there.
Why, thank you. Thank you.
It was Mrs. D-Rock, by the way. So
I don't believe that for a second.
Oh, come on.
She's at school. She's working.
All right. Fine.
Educating the next generation of children.
Fine. My wife works in a school as well, so we got a little window. We can say whatever we want for the most part. But she hears me more on Sundays than anything.
Yeah.
And that's the way it goes. And all the shows I do at the house because I'm loud. And I'll have you know.
Really?
Yeah. My house is not fully soundproofed. So you can pretty much hear my broadcast at any part of the dwelling place. What about Trayvon Walker, D-Rock? Did not participate in practice with the knee issue. What do you know?
I'm told it's not especially serious, but not sure about availability for this week. May be able to return to practice this week. We'll see. Yeah, yesterday's practice was weird. You mentioned the injury report. It was no helmets, no pads. It was essentially, without being a walkthrough. Right. So they were able to, that might have even actually been more of an estimated injury report than a true injury report, because today they're going to put the pads on, helmets, and they're going to go a little hard.
Yeah,
because that'll be a better indication of who is really going to be potentially out, or who is really limited, who is what I mean. It'll be we'll get a better idea.
And limited was the word of the day, with the exception of Yasir Abdullah and Trayvon.
14 limiteds.
For some guys, like Jordan Lewis, limited is good. That's a step in the right direction.
Yeah.
Hasn't been playing, hasn't been practicing. For other guys, I don't want to see Travis Etienne with limited participation out there. We would expect Bajal Tutin, and he was. But it was a lengthy list of guys. Anton Harrison, limited. So kind of moving back in a better direction.
If it makes you feel better, Tutin and Etienne, when we were standing out there in the media period, they were moving around pretty well.
Good.
So same thing for like Brian Thomas Jr., moving around pretty well. Who else? Anton, not so much, not as much. Trying to think who else out
Cole
there.
Van Lanen played pretty well by all accounts, though, this week.
Yeah, he
so
did.
you don't feel like, oh my gosh, if we don't
Don't have to
Anton
rush
this
that guy
week,
back.
it's okay.
Yeah, don't have to rush Anton back.
All right, so we'll get into that a little bit deeper here, going along with Mike DiRocco this morning. Coach Denmark, how are things?
We're Gucci.
Your postseason,
I know what that means.
what are you in a malaise right now, or how you feeling?
I'm good.
What are you doing with your spare time? Girl Scout
I
cookies?
started the ARCA series in NASCAR yesterday.
Okay.
Got no sponsor yet. We ran at Daytona. We got a top 5 finish. Then I ran at Phoenix, and we finished 32nd.
Okay, so how do you get promoted to a bigger series?
You got to get these goals you got to hit. So you got to finish top 35, qualify top 30. You got to do these things. I've hit about half of them so far.
Excellent.
So I got to get back in the
Good
garage
use of your
and
time.
make some adjustments. Yeah.
Good use of your time. Hey, look, when I was Dylan's age, I was doing the exact same thing. It was probably Resident Evil or something back then, or NHL '94. Tony would have been it. And we didn't have the goals. We didn't have career mode and all that stuff.
no, yeah.
We just slapped that bad boy in, consumed the beverage or intoxicant of our choice, and went all night playing NHL hockey, and we knew nothing about it. The game of hockey, we just knew that was a badass game back in the day.
Still is.
It still is, right? Still one of that version. D-Rock, you ever get into sports video games over the years?
When I was a kid, younger, yeah.
What platform did you have?
I was what? I was a Sega Genesis guy.
Oh yeah, Sega.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Sega
Madden,
Genesis in the
stuff
'90s
like
was
that.
the
Madden.
the system.
Like Madden '93, was that the first Madden? I think.
It might have been like 9. We looked this up before. It's close to. I remember. I know there was a Madden '92. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Because somebody used to play against me with the Minnesota Vikings. I don't even know why you would have played with them at that time. Right? It's like
Right.
the pre-Randy Moss era and all that. I couldn't beat them with the damn Minnesota Vikings, man. So I don't know when Madden started.
1988 was the first
88,
Madden.
yeah,
Alright,
I would have
so-
guessed like 90.
Yeah.
But 88, that makes sense. Remember when the ambulance first came on the field?
Yes.
And one guy's hurt and everyone else got run over by the ambulance.
Correct.
Like bodies were flying
Yes.
out the club.
A man is down.
There's a man down. Now, thank you, Pat Summerall. Pat Summerall recorded like 4 lines for that game, I think. There's a man down was one of them. We had Pat on for years on 1010XL. God rest his soul. So D-Rock, elsewhere on this injury report, I mean, hard to know, right? On some of these guys, like Hunter Long, Jordan Lewis, we mentioned, is back. You limited participation for a guy like Patrick McCary. I guess we just got to wait for the next couple of days and see, when they get down to the business. More today's practice
Right.
will be more telling than anything. So.
Yeah, and I don't know that Lewis is going to be back this week. I don't think so, but could be wrong on that.
Well, fortunately, Marvin Harrison Jr. has already been ruled out.
That is
for the
good for
Cardinals.
the Jags.
Now, look, Michael Wilson was unbelievable last week. Trey McBride is a load. Greg Dortch had a really good game last week, and he plays well. He's a nice player. He's not a household name in the NFL, but they've got a decent set of weapons, and Jacoby Brissett protects the football. No Amari DiMarcado. He's been ruled out as well, and he's probably their best pass-catching back. So we're hoping it'll be a Bam Knight, Michael Carter backfield, and Trey Benson can take another week. I'm not that worried about Trey Benson coming back and being dominant in his first game back if he does return this week, but I'd rather him still take another week because he would be the most talented running back they'd have available. So a little bit shorthanded for Arizona. It looks like it's going to be shorthanded for the Jags. That's kind of the nature of the National Football League here in Week 12. So Mike DiRocco is here with us today. We can talk Jaguar football, and we will, and we'd love for you to join the conversation on the Checkmate Coatings phone lines at 641-1010. Same number for the text line, designed by Lifetime Enclosures. No, I'm sorry, Marquise, you cannot have 2 votes in today's poll, but thank you for asking, nice and politely, on Twitter today. A lot of people would like to have multiple of these players back, but we're asking you today, as of this moment, which of these pending free agents should the Jacksonville Jaguars prioritize the most to get signed to a contract extension? Not who you think they're going to, and we'll talk about that, D-Rock, but who you yourself would prioritize. And I listed them alphabetically by last name. All these guys are slated to be free agents as of right now. There are others that we could have included, but went with Ezra Cleveland, Travis Etienne, Devin Lloyd, and Jacoby Myers. So you can vote accordingly at MD_1010XL. Don't forget at 1010XL Fat Tony, at ESPN DeRocco, and at 1010XL Denmark.
Aaron Ross was a turd.
Is that a new one? Is that new?
It's a little old. It's about a year old, but I never played it.
Aaron Ross is a turd.
We're just going to randomly throw these out.
Why not?
Oh, okay.
Look, he kind of was in after the fact, we learned
paid vacation,
paid
right?
vacation, right? Yeah. And the Jags were nice enough. Wasn't his wife was in the Olympics at the time? Let him take time off, go see his wife perform, and and all we want is your best effort here. You're getting paid handsomely, and you treated it like a paid vacation. Says a lot about you, Aaron Ross. So, Hacker, I agree with you 100%. Aaron Ross was a turd when it came to his tenure with the Jacksonville Jaguars. You can stream us today, as always, on YouTube, on Facebook, and on X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it. It's all fine. And let's get into it. With Mike DeRocco here today. We get the breakfast bowl. Yummy, yummy, yummy. We got food provided by Tony in our tummy. And we're hoping for the hat trick, Tone. I've thrown it out there. I'm wearing a hat for the second day in a row. Just trying to speak it into existence, D-Rock. I don't know if we've had – it's been a while since somebody's lost 3 weeks in a row. I'm sure it's probably
I think I
happened.
did last year, maybe.
Did you? Okay.
I lost 3 out of 4.
Did you?
Yeah. To start, the very first time I ever did, I sucked.
Yeah, I don't think I've lost 3 out of 4. I probably have lost 2 in a row somewhere along the way, and contemplated many life changes at that point in time. So.
I'm pretty sure I've lost 3 in a row. That first year, it was
you were
bad.
brutal the first year. I don't know what happened.
I don't know. And then
because you're a decent fantasy player.
And then did I win it the second year or the third year?
You won it maybe the second year.
We rotated it the first
I won
3, right?
I only won one.
First.
I won the very first one. You won. Taylor Dahl won it.
Yeah.
Tony's won the last 3. I think those are the champs because he didn't win it, and Denmark has yet to take it down. So that's where it is. Anyway, we'll do that next hour. We'll take your calls next if you want to get in. We'll get Mike DeRocco's thoughts on yesterday's question. Who'll be the leading receiver over the final 7 games for your Jacksonville Jaguars? A lot to get to with Mike DeRocco of ESPN today. You're listening to Jaguars Today on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
Jaguars Today.
From the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios of 1010XL. Open the weekend early with Pre-Game Friday.
Anything you want to add to this?
Get the news, notes, and inside stuff you need to get ready for game day.
That's all I ever think about.
Pre-Game Friday.
Built by Dreamfinders Homes on 1010XL.
This is your escape. This is your next adventure. This is Mazda, and this is Mazda at the Avenues. Lauren Brooks here. Right now, purchase any new Mazda model, and Mazda at the Avenues will match your down payment or your payments for 1 full year. Plus, every new Mazda comes with 3 years, 36,000 miles of maintenance at no additional charge to you. This is luxury, and this is the start of something new. This is Mazda at the Avenues. For complete details, call 904-430-8047.
Jaguars Today, Thursday, is brought to you by
Cannons of Jacksonville.
Hey, Jacksonville DDH. Dreamfinders Danny Hicken here with the scoop from Dreamfinders Homes, your National Builder of the Year. We've got first-year interest rates as low as 2.99% in homes in 20-plus communities throughout Northeast Florida. If you're house hunting, make sure your first pick Dreamfinders Homes, the proud official home builder of the PGA Tour, the Florida Gators, and your Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit dfhsalesevent.com today and tell them Dreamfinders Danny sent you.
Start your Saturday with a whiff of the great outdoors.
Captain Kevin Favor here with Captain Kirk and Jeff Lagerman, and we bring you the fresh air of the great outdoors.
On the Nimnit Outdoors Show, presented by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning on 1010XL.
Are you ready to upgrade your windows or patio doors? It's the Black Friday sales event going on now at Renewal by Anderson. Buy now and pay nothing until 2027. That's no money down, no payments, and no interest for 2 years. This offer expires November 30th. Renewal by Anderson, proud partner of the Florida Gators. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
Pizza to Tea here, and Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees.
and rare barrel-aged whiskeys are served just the way you want them. It's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes through in the clutch? From lunch to late night, only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar. Stick around after the sunset, and Twin Peaks is open really late. Wind down with bourbon and late-night bites. Come on, somebody.
I know it's football season, but I know you love basketball too. And youth sports are always in season at the First Coast YMCA. Registration is now open for winter basketball at the Y. Today, more than ever, our kids need to experience the joy of being a kid while also learning the importance of teamwork, respect, and healthy living. At the Y, we're providing a safe, clean, fun environment with an exciting youth basketball league. Learn more at fcymca.org.
La playa is Spanish for the beach. If you can't remember that, the word Corona also works. Corona, La Playa awaits.
This holiday season, sending a floral arrangement from Kuhn Flowers is a classy move no matter who it's for. This is Dylan Denmark. Kuhn Flowers is the most respected name in the floral business. Find out why when you go to kuhnflowers.com and order an arrangement today.
Bueller, stay cooler with Bueller.
Jason, I called you about the ductwork in my attic this summer, and you totally blew me off.
I did.
My airflow is too low and my bills are too high.
I know.
There's stains on my ceiling tiles and sweating around the vents, and the mice have chewed so many holes in the ducts, I think they're getting more AC than I am.
I know.
Then how could you let me suffer all summer, Jason?
Because summer is the one time of year I just can't send my technician into someone's steaming hot attic. They'd kill me. Ductwork is hot, cramped work at the best of times. Lucky for you, those best of times are in November.
You mean like now?
Bueller Air and Plumbing can repair your old, damaged, or just plain sketchy ductwork right now when it's not too hot and not too cold.
And none of your technicians will kill you.
It's a win-win.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. It's a Mike DeRocco Thursday on Jaguars Today. Opened by Lee and Kate's Glass on 1010XL.
D-Rock would fire this one up when he was playing Madden 88 back in the day. It was old by that point. This song was probably even old by then. Probably 5 years old when Madden came out. They didn't call it Madden 88 back then, I'm sure.
No, it was just
Madden football.
Madden, yeah.
Right. Then the year became, every year, they added this or they added that, the other thing along the way. I was never very good at Madden. I was more of a NBA Live guy on Sega Genesis. That was my game. Like the 98 NBA Live 98.
Okay.
Was probably my jam. And PGA Tour Golf 2. On the Sega Genesis with the cart, had Sawgrass on it, had 7 courses. Sawgrass was one of them. I used to smoke that game, man. You couldn't save back then. Like, you couldn't save around. You just played, and if you turned it off, you start over again. Right? That's just how it was. But, like, I would start over. If I wasn't, like, 10 over on the front 9 on Sawgrass, I would start that thing over. Because I probably never got to, like, 20 under, but that was it. You wanted to at least make one eagle on the par 5s and birdie everything else. That was the goal.
That was the goal. Sure.
That was the goal back then.
I was more of my game was Pitfall Harry.
Oh, I love Pitfall.
Nobody under Dylan has no idea what that is.
You know Pitfall, Dylan?
Never heard of it.
That's a side-scrolling adventure game is what that was.
You had to be careful how far you walked on the top of the crocodiles.
Open that mouth and you are in
dead.
deep doo-doo.
You were
right
dead.
there. You might fall in a hole. All kinds of things. Swing on a rope. That was about it. Pretty much the game right there. But it was fun. That was like, what? We've got a 16-pixel man moving on our screen. Look at this. This is amazing. It was the greatest thing ever. It really was. Because, it was a step up from
pole
Pac-Man.
position.
Pole position, yeah. All the classics back in the day. All right. Shout out your favorite video game as a youth when you come on today at 641-1010 on the Checkmate Coatings phone lines. D-Rock, before we get to these calls, and they're lining up right now for you. Yesterday, we asked who will be the leading receiver over the final 7 games. taking nothing into account what their numbers are now, just the numbers over the final 7 weeks. Jacoby Myers, Brenton Strange, Brian Thomas Jr., Parker Washington. When I brought this up to you, quickly noted you would go with Jacoby Myers. Tell us why.
Yeah, because Trevor trusts him already, which is something I think that Liam Cohen said Wednesday or Monday, talking about just and Trevor had this weird, interesting quote yesterday too, where he talked about, and I probably should read it, so give me a
So
second.
he'd be
because,
accurate.
yeah, well, I mean, it was weird, not weird, but like he said, he was talking about the way Myers moves, and it was, let me grab it here real quick.
Well, we probably got that.
We probably have it.
Do we have that?
It's cut, blah.
Yeah, what is it on
cut 7?
7. You got 7 from,
Yeah, here we go.
From Trevor Lawrence from yesterday. Let's listen to it rather than make you read what Trevor Lawrence had to say when he basically described how Myers is an easy guy to throw to.
He's done an awesome job. I think the way he runs and moves, I think like that's something I've noticed right when he got here, and I've seen him play a lot too. But it's like I like throwing to him. He's just an easy guy to throw to from a quarterback perspective. It's kind of hard to describe sometimes. Just the way he moves, it seems very clear what he's going to do. So that's something I really like. And then he's smart too. He's picked up the offense really quickly for it being a pretty complicated offense and having to come in and play 3-4 days after getting here. And now he's played a few games with us, and he's done an awesome job. So I really give a lot of credit to him.
I know where he's going to be every moment, and I know he's going to be in the spot that he's supposed to be in.
I know what's going to happen.
And I
when the
know
ball
he's
gets
going to
there.
catch it when I throw it to him. That was the translation. I think he will be the leading receiver. I don't know if it'll be yardage-wise, but I think he'll be the leading receiver in catches.
Well, that's
the rest
that's
of the way.
question. Who do you think will be yardage-wise?
Yardage-wise, I think it'll either be him or Parker.
What about Strange?
No, I don't think he'll lead in yardage.
He was the leading yardage
Yeah, he
receiver.
was early, but they were going through some stuff then. And
they've come through the desert and out on the other side. They're heading back to the desert.
Yeah, they have the reliable pass catcher now on the outside in Myers. So I think he'll be the leading pass catcher in terms of receptions.
We always go back and I'll watch the game multiple times, but one thing the film watchers have pointed out this week is that Jacoby Myers knows how to downshift, right? Like sometimes you are running your route and you're in a zone and you're kind of open and you just continue that route and you kind of run yourself into coverage a little bit.
Run yourself into a whack sometimes too. Yeah,
that as well. And just that he is that kind of better spatial sense of I know maybe I'm supposed to continue this, but if I slow down to half speed here or whatever, or speed up or what, just the subtle shifts in speed to put himself in the best open slot for a quarterback to notice.
Yeah, it's basically 1.5 games in terms of just his total snaps that he's played with Trevor Lawrence. But you kind of see that it seems like that they're on the same page. You know what I mean? And like immediately.
Well, I mean, he was the leading target guy, 6 targets this week, caught 5 of them. I mean, Parker only had 2 targets in the game. He caught them both. That's fine.
Right.
And Parker's a really good player. We're not trying to,
he is.
He's going to be called upon to contribute to this team. I just hope they get BTJ back in the mix this week. Because if De'Ami Brown is not going to be a factor as a field stretcher, somebody needs to be
correct.
That guy that can clear things out, take 1 or 2 shots a game, and maybe if you hit one of them, that's a big impact play. And even if if our expectations were coming in that Brian Thomas is going to be 6 catches for 100 every week, and we'd hoped it would be something that 6 for 80, whatever, maybe 2 or 3 for 50. Could be significant depending on when they come and what type of receptions he gets.
Yeah, I think they're going to be using Brian Thomas from numbers out.
I agree.
Mostly, which is sort of what he did last year in Doug Peterson's offense. But you're right, he has to be on the field. He's got to, if he's not on the field, no one is worried about getting beat deep.
Mm-hmm.
So then you're able to roll stuff up and you have to have you need chunk plays. So it's going to have to be longer drives, shorter throw, that kind of stuff. And the more you have to do that, the more you open yourself up to potential mistakes, whether that's, penalties that set you back or bad throws or balls tipped, intercept, all that kind of stuff. So they've got to have somebody that at least makes the defense go, we got to watch that guy. Because regardless of his hands or whatever, he still runs 4.32.
Right.
So nobody else on that team does that.
Right.
Well, maybe Tootin. Bashal Tootin ran 4.33.
Right. No,
but
right. In the receiver.
Yeah,
Diami's
in the
pretty
receiver.
fast now.
Yeah, but he ain't 4.3 fast.
I don't know what he was as a 40 guy, but D-Rock will go right to ESPN Stats and Info and get that for us. Let's go out to the phone lines for the first time this morning on the Checkmate Coatings phone lines and welcome.
444.
What is it?
444.
444. That's
Which
fast,
isn't
but that's
slow.
Not,
yeah.
No, it's not. But it's not that.
It's not Brian Thomas.
Right. I mean, look, Diami, and I know Trevor talked about Diami going to get more opportunities going forward. Yeah, no Brian Thomas this week. Jacoby's been here for less than 2 weeks, and he had one shot to Diami in the whole game last week. Now, you didn't need it either, and you did concentrate on running the ball, but still very minimal effort to get him looks or the football this past week. All right, Dennis in Mayport going to lead us off this morning. Good morning, Dennis. How are you?
Morning, boys. Shout out from NASCAR 98 and Madden 98.
Atta baby. There you go.
Back.
There you
boogity,
go.
Boogity, boogity.
Back with that conversation. My take on great poll question today. To me, it's Jacoby Myers. He's an immediate impact, and Trevor's got the trust with him after, 3 hours in Jacksonville or so.
Right.
So very large fan of trying to get him. I think Lloyd's going to be out of reach because we're just not going to have the funds for it. But I wanted to ask you, do you think we've turned a page now? Or we're going to find out Sunday. But
we are.
Has the culture shifted to where they can play well in the trenches and we can dominate a really bad football team?
Yes, in 2 weeks' time, it's shifted 180 and then back again. I mean, I don't know. I'm hopeful, right? That their focus, their attention, they understand what they're capable of doing now and what level of effort it takes to get that kind of result. But I don't know, man. It's the NFL. We see teams that look like they're peaking all the time, and then now they go on a 3-game losing streak. So I'm hopeful that that's the case, but I'm not. And this is a good one because I do expect them to beat Tennessee both times, and I do expect them to beat the Jets. Those teams are talent deficient. I mean, you look at what Tennessee is running out there on a weekly basis. It's not much, right?
No.
And they're competitive. They play hard. They're in it. But that's more about how bad Houston is with Davis Mills.
Well, it's 27-24 against the Chargers 2 weeks ago.
That's right.
Tennessee is not – they're bad. They are deficient in a lot of areas, but that doesn't mean that they can't give you a game.
I feel Arizona's more dangerous, though, than those teams, right?
I do, too.
The one thing – we were talking about this the other day in the media room. We're sitting there saying, well, they should beat the Titans twice and the Jets. Well, when you're a good team and a good program or whatever you want to franchise, however you want to say it, you win the games you're supposed to.
Absolutely.
That's what set all those great Patriots teams. Yeah, they were really, really good, but they didn't stumble against teams they weren't supposed to beat. And if it happened, it was ridiculously rare. Same thing with the Chiefs until, maybe last year and this year. When they're rolling, they didn't lose to teams they're not supposed to lose to.
That's why the Houston loss was so devastating.
Correct.
Because Houston, without their starting quarterback and the position you were in the game as well, it's not like you started off up 19-0, but over the course of 3 quarters, you're dominating that team. That's why, one slip shot quarter. Is that it? To Dennis's question, was that the aberration? And that I don't know that shocked their system, and now we're seeing the real Jaguars. I don't know either.
I don't know.
I'm hopeful, but I don't know.
Anybody who says they figured this team out is mistaken because none of us have any idea about this team. We still don't. What is it? 11, 10 game? What's their record? 6-4, 10 games in?
6-4.
10 games in, 11 weeks in. We still don't know who this team is. We don't. Are they mentally strong enough to take a butt whooping that they delivered in response to getting embarrassed and turn that around on the road with Thanksgiving coming up and a team looking ahead that, we should beat the heck out of that team? Are they mentally strong enough to win that game? I don't know.
I hope they're not out there going, man, we have yams this year. I mean, come on. Thanksgiving coming up.
Look, you hope they would have been strong enough to not worry about playing on Christmas Eve in 2023, and they went down to Tampa and got their ass kicked.
But that team I felt was spiraling. Right. Yeah.
That year. I do think if you're going to get nervous about what this Jaguars team is, they did what they did on Sunday, and they were talking about after the game they got to play mad.
Pissed off, yep.
What does that mean this week?
No yams at Thanksgiving.
Right? Like, what does that
tell
mean?
them early.
Like, it does feel like that kind of, and it's not like we haven't very recently. When the Jags did what they did in 2022, we thought in 2025 right now, we'd still be in the middle of a run of domination in the South for the Jaguars. That was the assumption virtually everyone was making. The last 2 years have played out the way they played out, right? They were 8-1 halfway through 2023. Then they blew it. 2024 was miserable. It looks like they're pretty good this year. Am I willing to say, yeah, these guys are just good? No. Like, I'm not willing to give them any of that kind of space for those kind of assumptions about this team. Doesn't mean that I don't think they can be good.
Right.
But assuming that they are, I don't want anyone to.
They're capable of playing great.
Yeah.
Because we saw it this week, right? They're capable of that.
Yes.
Will they do that consistently? Time will tell. Dean on the South Side up next here on Jaguars Today. Dean, good morning.
Good morning. I'd like to see if you think that the players they draft, with their mental attitude, that receiver they took a couple of years ago, and then that cornerback that wasn't sure if he really wanted to play football or not. The same thing with this receiver they got from LSU. I mean, these guys are they mentally tough? Do they really want to be there? I'm not harking to go back to the days of Nitsky and Butkus, but these guys have a pretty good living playing pro football these days, and so they just don't seem like they're mentally into it. Changing the culture is a big tall order with the Jags, but hopefully the next 2 weeks they'll be able to knock out Arizona and Tennessee, though, and get some traction so they're not counting on other people at the end of the year in the standings to try to make the playoffs.
I agree with that and appreciate it. Look, I think that is a reality in the era that we're in, right? Especially now, it's going to be only getting worse with NIL money. And guys come into the league with money in their pocket already, and they're not hungry to chase that first big payday 4 years in, that second contract. Not as hungry, but there's still always going to be competitors out there. I don't care. Like, Tony, I'll compete over scrap of dirt if you want to, right? Like, I don't care. I just want to compete, and some people are wired like that, and hopefully they got enough of those guys. But definitely, C.J. Henderson, who's alluding to there, was not one of those guys.
Awful pick.
I was looking at that yesterday. I was on somebody's podcast, and we're looking back. We're trying to remember who was the receiver who went right before Justin Jefferson in the draft. Do you remember who it was? Philadelphia took him? I thought it was Nelson Aguilar. It wasn't. Do you know who it is?
Was it Naylor? No.
That's close. It's Jalen Reagor.
Dang it.
Right? Jalen Naylor is the one who you're thinking of, right? But they're very close. And, of course, the Jags could have had CeeDee Lamb and Justin Jefferson without moving around the board.
Correct.
Can you imagine what might have happened had they actually selected those guys? Of course,
say it.
we would have probably not gotten the best out of them. Let's just put it that way. I'm hopeful now, moving forward, if that type of talent lands here in Jacksonville, we will get the best out of them. So, Dean, thank you for the call. Got to take a time out here. We'll come back with more of your thoughts on this Thursday morning on the Checkmate Coatings phone lines. You're listening to Jaguars Today on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
Jaguars Today for the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios.
Frank Frangie here. The holidays are kicking off early at Nimnick Chevrolet. Right now, save up to 20% off a new Silverado or get financing rates as low as 0% on models, including Silverado, Equinox, and Trailblazer during the Red Tag Sales event. Unlike most dealerships, Nimnick Chevrolet has the largest inventory on the ground, ready for you to explore. With their extensive selection, you're sure to find the perfect truck or SUV at Nimnick. So head to Nimnick today. Who's got more vehicles at the best prices? Nobody but Nimnick. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
You're locked into Jaguars Today Thursday with Cannons of Jacksonville.
Here's hoping for a raise the roof football season. And here's knowing Next Gen Roofing is up for any job. Game day or storm season, you need a team you can trust. And you know what? You don't need a glitzy roofing company. No shortcuts, no gimmicks, no nonsense. Solid roofs at competitive prices and a commitment to the First Coast community. Right now, save up to $300 on your next roof replacement. When you need a roof, you need Next Gen Roofing. Team with you, it's a win every time.
Come to Monahan Jewelers' 48th annual holiday sale now with up to 30% off on GIA certified diamonds and up to 40% off our entire store. Certified diamonds, gemstones, engagement rings, diamond studs, designer brands. We're not a big box store. We're your local family jeweler with an amazing hand-picked inventory for every budget. And with interest-free financing, enjoy beautiful jewelry with a low monthly payment. Support your local family jeweler this Christmas with up to 40% off our entire inventory. Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach open 7 days a week in December.
Food that's good for you can taste good too. Flame Broiler has protein-packed bowls to fuel your day. Introducing their new chicken avocado salad bowl, made with romaine lettuce, rice, cabbage salad, and topped with a delicious house sesame dressing. It's a bowl full of goodness. Eat in, take out, or catered. Flame Broiler is easy to enjoy. Come in Monday through Sunday for happy hour, 2 to 5 p.m. for a chicken mini bowl and drink for $6.95 plus tax. 5 area Flame Broilers to serve you.
Hey Jacksonville, Lauren Brooks here for Big Chief Tire. If you need new tires, Big Chief has affordable options to fit every budget and every vehicle. Their team of experts will help you find the right tires and make sure they're installed quickly so you can get back on the road. But don't wait. Visit WeKeepJacksRollin.com or call 904-932-0950 to schedule your appointment and explore their great tire deals. Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rolling.
Hey gang, Prosser here. When it comes time to sell your home, don't worry about any, quote, problems you think might be related, because I've got the perfect team that will keep you right on track. In fact, they've got a guarantee that you can't beat. And that is Chad and Sandy, the agents I would call to sell my home. You see why? Your home sold guaranteed or they will buy it. Need to sell now? Chad and Sandy have instant offers. Fast, easy, and stress-free. But the promise is this. Chad and Sandy guarantee your home sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. Jacksonville homes are selling, but many take months and a low price to sell. Getting top price means aggressive marketing. Chad and Sandy Newman are the Jacksonville experts who have proven systems to drive demand to sell your home. Darcy in San Jose said, I felt too isolated in my retirement. I wanted to buy in a different area, better suited for me. I spoke to several agents who didn't seem to care. I needed to find someone I could rely on. In come Chad and Sandy, and in 3 days, the home was sold. ChadandSandy.com or 904-414-6200.
Pickett here. You know me. I'm a protect the skin kind of guy. That said, it's getting a little cooler and the long sleeves are making their way out. This is absolutely the best time of year to go see my guys, the docs at Beaches Dermatology. Don't wait any longer. It's time. Protect that skin, folks. You know what else it's almost time for? The holidays, coming sooner than we think. Skincare products make great presents for the wife or girlfriend. Knock out a consult and buy your wife a present. Boom! Give them a call today. Online at beachesdermatology.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Mike DeRocco is protected by Lee and Kate's Glass. New look, same great service on 1010XL.
All right. How much of that do they get on YouTube? Just the animated faces that I make when I'm talking to D-Rock.
I switch the camera over.
Yeah.
Whenever the Fair and Fair liner starts, so like 10 seconds before the music
10 seconds of me mouthing words. Of, I don't know. Hey, professional lip readers, go in and check that out. I doubt you might have caught a curse word or two in that one, but I don't know if you'll know who it was directed at.
I'm gonna start. No shot.
It was it was directed at someone who no longer is in Jacksonville. Let's just put it that way. All right. So there you go. No sense in.
It's a lot of people.
All right. It is a lot of people, and quite frankly, knowing me, it could be any of them. Right. I mean, so. Who are we
kidding? Before we dig the hole deeper.
I don't mind, D-Rock. I'm pretty much an open book. I have grievances, and I sometimes need to air them. That's just how I am. I'm not that guy who just goes along to get along all the time. But to my own detriment sometimes. What are you gonna do? I am who I am. Let's go out to the lines once again. Darren is next up here on Jaguars Today. Good morning, Darren.
Hey, good morning, guys. Hey, me and a buddy was having an argument about Liam Cohen's coaching and how great of a job he's doing this year. And I told him that if he goes 5-2 these last 7 games and they win 11 games, that I said he should be up for, some kind of an award or whatever. And especially with the injuries that they've had. And his argument was that the two best players on offense and defense have been clearly ETN and Devin Lloyd. And proof was when Lloyd wasn't in there how bad they played. And he said them two are playing for contracts, so that he really doesn't deserve the credit. So I just wanted to listen and see what you guys thought about that.
Whatever, man. I mean, guys, there are always guys playing for contracts. I mean, look, you get credit. If Liam Cohen takes a 4-win team to 11 wins, which is what you're describing right there, will he win it? I don't know. Shane Steichen's got a pretty good toehold in there right now with the Indianapolis Colts, who are winning. Like, let's not forget what people thought about Daniel Jones, right? He's a journeyman cast-off who, you know, Minnesota could have kept him. He was on Minnesota's team. They let Darnold and Daniel Jones go. That's looking fantastic right now. And I get it. You commit to a young quarterback, you're stuck almost going that direction. But, you know, people, I brought this up to several people, Tone. You can make a case for Jonathan Taylor being the MVP. You can make a better case, in my opinion, for Daniel Jones. Jonathan Taylor was there last year. Jonathan Taylor hasn't carried this team to these heights until Daniel Jones got there and solidified the position. And even then, everyone expected Anthony Richardson will beat him out, and that'll be that. We all
did, yeah.
You know, and but instead, so yeah, I mean, with Liam Cohen being in the mix, guys in contract years, yeah, okay, but you still have there are plenty of guys that go into contract years. You know who else is in a contract year? De'Ami Brown. He signed a 1-year deal. He's in a contract year.
Yes, he is.
Right? I mean, is that Liam Cohen's fault that they're not getting more out of De'Ami Brown, or are we only going to give him the blame when he doesn't get the performance and get no credit when a guy in the last year of his deal plays well? It's a reality. And every team has players in contract years, and great. And sometimes you leverage that to your advantage. Sometimes the front office puts them in that position. No, you know what? We're going to wait to sign this extension or whatever the case may be. And so, you know, those decisions I would imagine are made primarily by James Gladstone, but I'm sure with input from Liam Cohen. If Liam Cohen wins 11 games, he should be at least a finalist, you would think, for Coach of the Year.
Certainly should be in strong consideration. And, you know, talking about two players that are playing contract years, it's like, well, were they on our top 5 players on the team going into the season list?
No.
Right, like, were these the guys that we were looking
Lloyd,
right, like to rely on, you know, going into the year? Because that list has not played that way necessarily this year, right? Like, Brian Thomas Jr. was the top of the list.
No doubt.
For the entire franchise, right? And you've gotten out of him what you've gotten out of him. Now, I'm not saying that it's a lock that Liam Cohen's going to win. Vrabel in New England is really interesting. What's going on?
They're a good candidates.
Chicago is really interesting, right?
Ben
like
Johnson.
there are other spots that are interesting to look at here. But if they win 11 games, the reason he won't win, it's not because 2 of the guys are on a contract year. Like, that's just crazy.
Look, this is not Darren's point, by the way. We're not taking a shot at you. He's saying that somebody brought that up. If the Jags were to win 11 games in the process, let's say overtake the Indianapolis Colts and win the division, then I would think he'd finish ahead of Steichen.
Oh, yeah, without question.
Because it depends on when the votes come in, too, right? Like, is this one of those deals that they vote in early December? You know, I don't know if that's the case.
I do not know when those votes are done.
I don't either. But, yeah, I would think, I mean, you look at, you mentioned Vrabel, Tony. He's doing a terrific job. You know, look, I don't worry about it if you get it or not. Oh, they hate the Jags. They'll never give it to Liam Cohen. Maybe they won't. And so be it. If he puts himself by his performance in that conversation, that's good enough for me. I don't care if he gets the hardware or not. He may care. That's fine. You know, I hope he does. But if he doesn't, it's not. I'm more happy that you got the 11 wins that we can even have that conversation. So let's go 5-2.
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
The AI is telling me that the AP votes for the NFL season-long awards at the end of the regular season.
Okay, I hope that's the case. It wouldn't make sense that would be the case. All right, let's take a time out here. Come back. Plenty more with Mike DeRocco straight ahead from ESPN. You can get your calls in. If you do, let us know. You know, I'm sure Darren's played a video game or two. What was your go-to in your misspent youth? Like apparently Dylan Denmark is misspending his these days. This is Jaguars Today on 1010XL, 92.5 FM. Hey, folks, Mike Dempsey here for Dandy Foods. One of these days, Dandy's going to be serving up breakfast to these guys on a Thursday because, you know what? It's absolutely delicious. Fantastic breakfast items. Been telling you about the twin pack cinnamon swirl and country sausage. They are ready to go for you all over Jacksonville in under a minute with the sweet, then the salty, delicious, addicting, weighing in at 7 ounces. They're pretty hearty as well. available at local deli stores all over town. But, of course, full line of sandwiches and subs. I'm partial to Danny's tuna salad, but they've got so many great varieties. That's the thing. They always keep coming up with something new. They tweak it. They get customer feedback. They always keep it fresh, delivering fresh around the First Coast on a daily basis. And they try to keep the prices in check as well. Danny's as reasonable as anybody for a lunch or dinner option, particularly the convenience of having it on the go. Full breakfast, lunch, dinner menus, all available for you when you're hungry in Duval. Danny's the name to know. So go out and make yours a dandy and do it today.
Jaguars Today from the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios of 1010XL. 1010XL brings the swamp to the First Coast.
Guns it for the end zone. Intercepted!
Rocky Top makes a stop in the swamp.
Touchdown Gators!
Florida, Tennessee, Saturday at 7:30 on Jacksonville's home of Florida Gators football. 1010XL.
When you're faced with damage in your home from water, fire, or mold, you need a team with the expertise to fix it right.
Resto Pros!
A locally owned, nationally backed franchise that's here to help you when you need them. A team that does it right the first time.
Resto Pros!
Remember, you don't have to use the insurance company's preferred contractors. Get it done right by a licensed professional you can trust. Call 904-201-9151 or go to RestoProsAnyFlorida.com. That's RestoProsAnyFlorida.com.
Resto Pros!
Jaguars Today Thursday is hitched to Cannons of Jacksonville for all your towing needs.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes, and this holiday season, Leonard Truck Outfitters and 1010XL are helping you deck the truck. Stop by either Leonard's location, Blanding Boulevard in Orange Park or Beach Boulevard in Jacksonville, and it'll take you 1 minute to enter. You can win a deck bed storage system with Cargo Glide, installed by the pros at Leonard. We'll draw the winner Friday, December 19 during XL Primetime, live from the Beach Boulevard store. Plus, you'll score Florida-Georgia basketball tickets and a Gator National Championship commemorative basketball. It's easy, it's fast, and you can win big. So head to Leonard Truck Outfitters today and deck the truck.
Get more Gators with Dan Hickett and me, Frank Frangie, on all things Gators on 1010XL Gators Podcast, with new episodes every Monday, brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, wherever you find podcasts and at 1010XL.com.
Home is where your story begins. And at Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing, we're here to make it the healthiest, most comfortable place it could be. Whether it's fresh, clean air, dependable plumbing, or reliable power, we take care of it all. From routine maintenance to state-of-the-art solutions, Donovan keeps your home running smoothly. Because at Donovan, we believe your home isn't just where you live, it's where your health meets comfort. Call Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing at 904-270-COOL or visit us online. Let's make your home healthier, safer, and better together.
What if you could pull up to $500,000 in cash out of your home and drop your mortgage rate to 4.99% APR? Hey, Prosper here, and right now at Loan Pronto, they've got the lowest rates in 3 years. With Loan Pronto's rapid equity loan, you can get your cash in as little as 3 days, pay off all those high-interest credit cards, and even skip your next 2 house payments. One client just got $300,000 approved in under 24 hours. Paid off their debt, paid off 2 car loans, saved $2,100 a month. One call, life change. There's no wait, no hard credit pull. You probably won't need an appraisal. Just fast, easy cash from your home's equity. Rates at a 3-year low. Act now. Call 914-999-1508 or visit loanpronto.com for your free instant home appraisal. See how much cash you can get today. Call 914-999-1508. See how much cash you can get today. You can also visit loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781. On approved credit, visit NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Hey, Hickett here for Zero Res. It's Thanksgiving time, man. But listen, don't deal with the toughest gravy, cranberry sauce, or pumpkin pie disasters. Let the cleaning freaks do it. Get back to clean. 3 rooms of carpet clean starting at $149. A 4th room free with a canned food donation. Ideally, a full bag of cans, not just 1 or 2. Also, take $75 off your air duct cleaning. Call my friend Zero Res right now, 28757, or go online at ZeroResJacksonville.com and say you want the 1010 special. Zero Res, spelled backwards or forwards. It spells the same.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. Mike DeRocco is protected by Lee and Kate's Glass. New look, same great service on 1010XL.
All right, D-Rock just made me feel older than I think anyone ever has ever.
You're welcome.
What do you follow? Some site over there with different
old
random...
school 80s on Twitter.
And what did old school 80s tell you happened on this date 42 years ago.
November 20, 1983, the TV movie The Day After aired on ABC. More than 100 million people watched it.
Bro, I watched it. I
did
remember
too.
watching it. It was an event. And for folks who don't know what that is, it showed you what the next day after a nuclear explosion or a nuclear war
with
what the
Soviets.
fallout was like, and what the real life impacts would be.
And at the end of it, it freaked everybody out because they had like this little thing on the screen that said the events depicted here, like it would be much, much worse than the actual fallout and all that other stuff and what happened would be much, much worse than what we've pictured here.
And they, at the time, it was supposed to be like the most realistic depiction of what post-nuclear exchange would look like. And they were warning everyone, like, this is traumatic. Make sure you watch with your children and you discuss this with them in case. And I'm thinking, man, I can't wait to see this thing. Right?
You're right.
Like, I
Me
was
too.
14 years old. Like, I got to see this. This is going to be amazing. And,
When's this going down?
What's happening here? D-Rock remembers, like, details. I don't remember any details from it in particular, but I do remember watching it, man, 42 years ago. Wow. I just went and told that 14-year-old kid that, hey, 42 years from now, you're going to be talking about this. That's kind of crazy. All right. Wow. Why don't we get to today's 10-10 take there, young Denmark? See if I can catch you by surprise.
10-10
take.
Now, Mike Dempsey's 10-10 take. Brightened up by First Coast Paint. Simply superior paint.
Never.
I don't know if anyone's made me laugh this hard in a while. I drag it out for him, because sometimes there's a panicked look that comes over Coach Denmark. Like, you're going to make me do that right now. And he goes scrambling for the right button, and then, then he hits it. So, always
He's good
always
under
at the ready.
pressure. He
always
is
at
good
the ready.
under pressure.
I don't know if that's true.
99% of the time.
I've seen him out there with a clutch 15-footer on 18, and I'm just saying.
Slide that
but
thing
hey,
right by.
I'm the same way.
Yep.
Tony could tell you. We played Southampton once, and I was cruising along, and then for some reason, we're playing the Whites because we're a bunch of babies, but whatever. And on 18, they got up there and they said, "Let's play 18 from the Blues," and I hit like 6 in a row into the little ditch right there, right in front of 18, and I'm like, "Screw this! I'm playing for the Whites," because that's what we've been playing the whole day,
Right.
And it just,
You messed with the mojo. You deserve what you got there.
Exactly. But it's one of those things. So never been described as clutch myself. But today's 10-10 take weighing in on which of these pending free agents should be the Jags' top priority. I am heartened by this, Jaguar fandom. Over 300 votes on this. That Travis Etienne's pulling less than 5% of the vote. Okay? That you realize we can love Etienne. We can respect the effort that he's giving us and the production that he's giving this football team. He's a good pro. I got nothing against him. If he were to come back, okay, as long as it's economically responsible. But you can replace this position, and you don't need to invest big money in this position to have it be productive. So I'm happy about that because he would be low on my list. Tone.
He would be certainly last on my list, too. I do wonder, going through it a little bit here, if we had asked this question last week before Tootin looked the way he did this week,
Good
how
point.
much higher ETN would. I'm not saying that he would have been at the top of the list, but how much higher?
I think
would
you're
he have
right. He
been?
would have been higher, and it wouldn't have been for me, but I do think you're right.
Yeah.
That we can be prisoners of the moment, no doubt about it. And we saw Tootin, we're like, okay, I can envision that guy being the lead piece, and you could draft another, maybe bigger body type to go with him, whatever. Ezra's played really well this year, but do you not have an in-house replacement, you hope, potentially in Wyatt Milam, right? So at least this way, if again, I'm going to put my trust in James Gladstone until he makes a series of errors that clearly he shouldn't have done. But and look, some of the signings that he's done this year are not going to pan out when we look back at the full assessment. But that's okay. You don't have to bat 1,000. But so if they bring back Ezra Cleveland, I'm going to go. You know what? I'll take your word for it that you've got a plan and that fits. But I do think there's a succession plan potentially in place already on the roster. You don't need to spend any more draft capital to get it. So it comes down to Devin Lloyd and Jacoby Myers. And Devin Lloyd's, by the way, winning the poll right now with 46% to just under 36% for Myers. I'd probably flip this for me. I do think Devin Lloyd's important, but I'd rather spend a franchise tag for 1 year on Devin Lloyd, try to find his replacement in the draft. Maybe Jack Kaiser eventually develops into that, maybe not. I think at the stage Trevor's at right now, he needs some reliable targets in the passing game, right? He needs to have, and I think Parker Washington is one. And I think Brenton Strange is one. But I think Jacoby Myers, compared to Parker Washington, Parker's shifty. He is fearless. He goes up. He can high point the ball. Jacoby's just a bigger man, right? Yeah. He's a bigger athlete, and he can, I think, take a more of a pounding. Not that you want him to get pounded, but he can absorb a blow if necessary. Super sure-handed. He's been a 1,000-yard receiver in this league. I don't want him at the top of my depth chart. I still want Brian Thomas to develop into that guy or find that guy, but I think he's a very solid NFL number 2. And while Parker Washington can operate at that level in short spurts, I think he's better as a 3. Right, and plus he gives you great value in the return game, as we've seen this year. So for me, Jacoby Myers would be at the top of my wish list for an extension out of the 4 candidates that I threw up here. What about yourself?
Yeah, I'm the same with Myers. I think it's more important at this point to make sure that you're giving everything you can to your franchise quarterback to make sure he has success. And what he doesn't have now are reliable pass catchers.
And what he might have now.
Right. Yeah, what he didn't have before, was a group of pass catchers with maybe one exception weren't real reliable. Parker Washington being the reliable guy. Yeah. I'm just talking at receiver. Obviously, Brenton Strange is reliable.
And the franchise tag at receiver is absurd.
Right. Yeah. And the franchise tag at running back, I want to say, is 14 maybe.
Yeah, I'm looking at the numbers right now. Wide receiver, it's a little over 28. Linebacker, it's 27.5.
Yeah, not half.
Essentially, offensive line is 27.2. Running back is 14.1.
Yeah, they're not franchising. And Etienne wants to make some money somewhere else, so he's going to go.
But if you were to franchise him, $14 million is guaranteed money.
Correct, but they drafted Tootin and.
Oh, I get 100%.
Yeah, 100%. They knew. I mean, when you're drafting, you're not drafting for that year. Teams are drafting with an eye to 2, 3, 4 years ahead of them. You know what I mean? Maybe not 4, but 2, 3 heads. Yeah, so they're going to be completely happy to thank Etienne. Give him a big hug, a pat on the rear end, send him out the door, and then turn it over to Tootin and Allen.
That's what I 100% agree. And like I said, I'm heartened to see Jaguar fandom agreeing with that as well, because it's the most logical thing on this board. You can argue, and others have, Ezra pulling in about 14% of this vote, but Jacoby below Devin Lloyd. And I don't have a problem for people saying either of those top 2 options. Honestly, I don't have a problem with any of it. Somebody said, hey, I'd like to re-sign Ezra Cleveland and put Wyatt Milam, let him push McCary out of the lineup, and so be it, but and others, somebody else replied, you could have made this kind of a bracket. You could have thrown Monteric Brown in there, Greg Newsome in there. Hell, you could throw Cole Van Lanen in there as well as he played. Even if it's not starter money, that's a valuable guy who can play both tackle and both guard positions for you and play it reasonably well. So, all right. So, Tony, you agree with Jacoby, or are you going with Devin or somebody else?
No, I'd go Jacoby.
You would. All right. Yeah. Coach Denmark, you bring back Jacoby or somebody else? All right. And again, if they want to bring back multiple of these guys, fantastic. But that would be our top priority at the moment. Pour your resources, as D-Rock said, into making sure you get whatever Trevor Lawrence is capable of being. Draw that out of him. All right, hour 2, straight ahead. You're listening to Jaguars Today. Breakfast Bowl about 15, 20 minutes away. This is 1010XL, 92.5 FM.
Jaguars Today for the Renewal by Andersen Custom Windows and Doors Studios. Enlighten your college knowledge before the games begin.
I'm RJ Saunders. We'll break down players, games, and storylines
on the Bueller Air and Plumbing College Kickoff.
Served up by Sonny's Barbecue.
Friday night at 6 on 1010XL.
For lost or broken keys or nearly any make and model of vehicle, call 722-1111 for Instant Keys. Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you.
Jaguars Today Thursday is towed by Cannons of Jacksonville. Attention small business owners. Did you know you can get 100% tax deduction on a brand new Cadillac?
That's right. Choose your new Cadillac and qualify for a 2025 tax deduction of up to 100% of the purchase price.
There's never been a better time to own a Cadillac and drive your business forward in style.
Visit Randy Marion Cadillac on Southside Boulevard in Jacksonville today for incredible deals and expert advice.
Don't miss your chance. Experience the luxury you deserve and the savings you need.
Plus tax tag title, $9.99 admin fee and resistol on approved credit.
Time for a lane change. I'm Lauren Brooks, shifting gears on the hottest sports debate. Let's drive down Lauren's Lane in a Mazda. This is luxury. This is Mazda at the Avenues. Afternoons 2 to 4 on 1010XL.
Jeff Lagerman for Napa Auto Care Centers. This football season, make sure your ride can get to that tailgate or travel to the away game safely and dependably. You can trust the ASE certified professionals at any one of the 29 independently owned Napa Auto Care Centers and the quality Napa parts they use. Napa Auto Care Centers can handle everything: oil changes, air conditioning, brakes, engines, transmissions. Napa Auto Care Centers offers a nationwide 24-month, 24,000-mile peace of mind warranty on most repairs. Find one near you at jacksnapaautocare.group.com.
WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
You've got a circle of friends, right? Well, how about a circle of beer? All your favorites like Bud Light, Bud Heavy, Mick Ultra, or Natty Light. It's all there in the cold case at Circle K. Probably one right around the corner right now calling your name. Slide on in to a Circle K.
Celebrating 30 years in Jax Beach. Beach's Jewelry and Pawn is your go-to for cash on the spot. They buy gold. Huge sale on firearms all month. Save during Florida's Second Amendment sales tax holiday with no sales tax on firearms. Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jax Beach.
The wait is over. Sunday, December 7th, your Jacksonville Jaguars return to Everbank Stadium for a massive division showdown against the Indianapolis Colts. This is more than just a game. It's a statement. Touchdown, Jacksonville! The Jags are back home and ready to turn up the heat in their iconic Prowler throwbacks. Kickoff is 1 p.m., so pack the bank and make it loud. Secure your seats now at Jaguars.com/tickets or call 904-633-2000. We'll see you at the bank.
Frank Frangie here to tell you about the coolest new thing, a putting green in my backyard that my friends at Sunshine Turf installed. Sunshine Turf can do the same for you. They'll come to your house, they'll create a custom design for your space, and you'll have an authentic golf course experience right in your own backyard. I freaking love it. Sunshine Turf is family owned and they made the process so simple. So visit sunshineturf.info or call them at 904-383-0243 and get a free quote today for your own putting green. Get it from Sunshine Turf.
Hey, David again here with Royal Pet Services. It's that time of year when rodents start making their way into our homes. Layson, tell them what they need to get in.
A quarter-size hole.
That's right. That's all they need. Hey, tell them where to go for a free attic and exterior inspection.
Visit RoyalPetServices.com.
Bueller.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Jason, I called you about the ductwork in my attic this summer, and you totally blew me off.
I did.
My airflow is too low and my bills are too high.
I know.
There's stains on my ceiling tiles and sweating around the vents, and the mice have chewed so many holes in the ducts, I think they're getting more AC than I am.
I know.
Then how could you let me suffer all summer, Jason?
Because summer is the one time of year I just can't send my technician into someone's steaming hot attic. They'd kill me. Ductwork is hot, cramped work at the best of times. Lucky for you, those best of times are in November.
You mean like now?
Bueller Air and Plumbing can repair your old, damaged, or just plain sketchy ductwork right now when it's not too hot and not too cold.
And none of your technicians will kill you.
It's a win-win.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
This is your local sports update. I'm RJ Saunders for 1010XL. This update brought to you by Sunrise Heating and AC of North Florida. Former Florida head football coach Urban Meyer is back in Gainesville this weekend as the National Football Foundation will have its on-campus salute for Coach Meyer at Ben Hill Griffin Stadium this Saturday. Coach Meyer is the 14th overall Gator and 5th Florida coach to enter the College Football Hall of Fame. Right now, 77 degrees at 11:03, time in 10, brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. It's a Mike DeRocco Thursday on Jaguars Today, opened by Lee and Kate's Glass on 1010XL.
All right, our buddy Dom just put this in front of me on X. because it was retweeted. I'll tell you in a moment, but this is from All Day Astronomy, okay? The sun has set already in Barrow, Alaska. I guess this was last night. Sunset in Barrow, Alaska last night. You know what time sunrise is?
It's probably in like March.
January 22nd. It's sunrise. Sun is set until January 22nd.
One of my favorite movies, horror movies, is 30 Days of Night with Josh Hartnett, and it's set into an Alaskan town, so you can imagine what comes out.
They're vampires, right?
It's the first time I think I've ever seen a vampire movie where the vampires weren't like well-dressed in a tuxedo.
Right.
Complete white skin. I mean, this is what, if you, like, it's what a vampire probably should
I mean,
like.
if you're a vampire, you definitely want to get some cold weather gear and go live up
Head to
north
Alaska.
of the Arctic Circle.
Like
but
Christopher Nolan's Insomnia is the opposite. It's during the season where they get no night.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know if I've seen that.
Yeah.
It doesn't. I don't know. That movie didn't look like it would appeal to me. I don't know, but
It's all good. Pacino and Robin Williams.
no, I hear you. I probably have actually because my son went through a Robin Williams movie phase after we watched Good Will Hunting. Anyway, this was retweeted by someone who described the sun has officially set. It won't rise again until January 22nd. It was retweeted and quote tweeted as "Life as a Tennessee Titans fan." So that's why it all ties together. At this point
That's
in
pretty
time.
funny.
So, but yeah, what was the other? The Thing, right?
Oh, yeah, so
Which
good.
was really
John
good.
Carpenter.
How about Ice Station Zebra?
Saw that. Yep.
Yeah, I love.
Really
Oh
good.
my god, I thought Ice Station Zebra was the coolest movie when I was a kid because what I wanted to get then were a bunch of some kind of construction tubes or something. You know what I mean? You know how they were all stacked up in the tubes with their guns so they could cover every angle of the Russian approach. I love that movie, Ice Station Zebra, back in the day.
I got a lot of catching up to do.
Cold War flick right there. As was the
Not just because
the
it
day
was
after
fought
tomorrow or
at the North Pole. That's not why it was
The
called
day
the Cold
after.
War.
No, true. True story. All right, why don't we take a moment while we've got a moment and play that, and then also
We have
anybody
lost our way.
Anybody want the extended cut on that? No. Let's go to Tony taking us around the league.
Now, Gems Around the NFL, brought to you by Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jack's Beach.
Arizona has ruled out wide receiver Marvin Harrison Jr. and running back Amari DeMarcado for this week. They also opened the 21-day practice window for running back Trey Benson. Baltimore quarterback Lamar Jackson did not practice on Wednesday, but it doesn't sound like it's any threat to him playing this week. Cincinnati quarterback Joe Burrow was a full participant in practice on Wednesday for the Bengals. New York Giants quarterback Jackson Dart limited in practice on Wednesday as he continues to work back from the league's concussion protocol. Green Bay running back Josh Jacobs did not participate in practice on Wednesday. New England wide receiver Stephon Diggs told reporters that he suffered a finger fracture a couple of weeks ago, but he's been able to play through it at least to this point. And New Orleans is releasing wide receiver Brandon Cooks with an eye.
I saw that. Cooks. Brandon with an I?
Yeah.
Brandon, right? Absolutely. All right, Dylan Denmark, giving you fair warning here. We're going to go to some Trevor Lawrence audio. Cuts 2 and 3 would be next up on the hit list here as I want to get D-Rock's thoughts on this. People have made mention of the fact that Trevor putting on the wristband of plays and, what is the benefit to that? David Garrard said the one danger to that is you don't necessarily visualize the play. As a quarterback, when you hear the call, you visualize it as you're hearing it. As you read it, it's kind of words. It's just words in a sequence, and you're not necessarily visualizing it. But here's Trevor's thoughts on the upside of wearing that wristband.
You can just get calls in faster, really, is all it is. Because you got a number on your wristband, and then you read it off to the guys instead of, calls get pretty long in certain situations. So Liam's got to call it. He's got to get the personnel in. You got to call that. You got to call the play. And then if you miss something and he has to call the play again, then you're saying this whole long sentence again. And then you're saying it in the huddle. And then you're breaking it instead of just, hey, wristband 10. And then you go in there, call it to the guys and get out of there. Then you have usually 5 more seconds or so. I mean, it just depends. Maybe not that much sometimes, but that's really all it does.
All right, so a little bit of the time saver, but what about to the point of visualizing the play? And do you try and do that after the play call comes in?
I mean, that's something that definitely I learned how to do that I hadn't done in the past. So that was something I got used to, and I do think it helped. And then now, as you grow more and more in the system, now using the wristband to kind of pick up our operation a little bit and see, get a bit better look at the defense when we're at the line of scrimmage, especially on third down and having some more time. That is obviously really important. So I've been in the system long enough now to where I know what's going on. I can picture everything. It's not as, I guess, big of a deal to have it on the wristband to where you're picturing it a little bit later. So it's not a huge deal. I mean, either way, really, we got the same game plan. We're going to go run the plays, and if it helps us get out a little bit sooner of the huddle and have some more time to operate, I think I'm all for it.
Well, they didn't have those operational issues this week.
Had a couple, I think.
Yeah, but I mean, compared to it, they're usually like double-digit penalties, and half of them are those kind of things.
Right.
So I'm not saying you're going to eliminate everything every week, but one penalty accepted for 5 yards.
No, I think they did have to call a timeout, though, because they were running out of time once at least.
Which is probably down from about 3.4 on average.
Right. But look, let's not overcomplicate it here. It is a help. And it makes sense why they're doing it, especially in the red zone, which seems to be where they've had a lot of those issues in terms of the breaking the huddle late, getting to the line late. And everything gets blamed on – I shouldn't say everything, but a lot of it gets blamed on Trevor. Okay? But now, in addition to getting all the play and all that and getting out of the huddle, then he's had to line guys up, by the way. I mean, let's not forget that he's telling – the receiver, hey, Diami, you're over here, or he's pointing over there for Travis Hunter and stuff. So, I mean, he had a lot that he was doing, and the visualization of the play, he basically said, look, I've got that down now. I see those plays in my head. When he says it or when I look at it, he automatically sees it in his head. So that's a good thing. It's probably going to stay, I would assume. We'll see it the rest of the year. And if that helps and it makes the operation go more smoothly, there's no reason not to keep doing it.
Who cares, right? Exactly. If it helps them, if he's good with it, if it saves a few seconds, I don't care. Wear one on both sleeves if you want to, both wrists, or wear one on your ankle.
Wearing a thigh band.
Whatever you got to, within reason, man. It's that's not a big deal. Well, what does that mean about Trevor's processing? I don't care. If the end result is that it helps him play better, maybe a little bit quicker, more efficiently, or just helps the overall operation of the team, let's do it, right?
Yeah. Don't see a downside to it at all, to be honest with you.
Agree with you. All right, so there's a little bit from your quarterback, Trevor Lawrence. When we come back, we'll go drafting for week number 12. It's Breakfast Bowl time. Tony Smith, Mike DeRocco, Dylan Denmark. I'm Mike Dempsey. You're listening to Jaguars Today on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Jaguars Today.
From the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios at 1010XL. He's Jacksonville's official tape checker.
I'm Jeff Lodman.
And he tells you about it Tuesdays during football season on Jaguars Today. Inspected by. Go to the pros Napa know-how. JacksNapaAutoCareGroup.com on 1010XL.
Hey, it's Travis from Cannons of Jacks. Thank you for trusting us for 55 years of custom welding fabrication and vehicle towing accessories. When you need a trailer hitch for the family car, a gooseneck for the company truck, or even RV towing options, call us at Cannons. We can do a bumper hitch, fifth wheel hitch, anything for safe, reliable towing. Come to Cannons of Jacks, where service is our #1 priority and we treat our customers as we like to be treated. Check us out online, cannonsofjacks.com.
Jaguars Today, Thursday.
Brought to you by Cannons of Jacksonville.
Celebrate every score for Duval's favorite home team this season at One Night Taco Stand. Enjoy $3.99 margaritas, and when the home team scores, free tequila shots. Dine in only during the game. Don't miss Taco Tuesday, daily lunch specials, and Top Shelf Friday, Mandarin, Orange Park, and Southside at Bay Meadows. One Night Taco Stand, where tacos, tequila, and touchdowns come together.
They give their best physically and mentally.
Listen for the Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Scholar Athlete of the Week, tuned up by
the Plumbers and Pipe Fitters Local Union 234.
Wednesday afternoons on The Frangie Show
on 1010XL.
Hey, this is Lauren Brooks. With over 1,700 five-star Google reviews, it was a no-brainer to have Closets by Design help us get organized at home. They create custom storage for every space, lifestyle, and budget. From closets to garages to laundry rooms and more. Closets by Design will transform clutter into seamless organization. Call today to schedule your free in-home consultation before the holidays and get 40% off plus an extra 15% off with free installation. 18-month financing is available. Call 878-9393 or visit closetsbydesign.com.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwood Jewelers. Clayton, you spend a lot of time talking about diamonds, but what about some of the colored stones we see?
Frank, when you talk about colored stones, there are literally hundreds of varieties and species in the gem kingdom. As certified gemologists, we're trained gemologically on the identification of each of these and can separate the man-made synthetics and imitations from the real thing. But at Underwoods, we can go to the next step. At Underwoods, we're active buyers of loose-colored stones in the world markets, so we have an understanding of the values of colored stones as they relate back to the various qualities. In fact, just like diamonds, we buy most of our colored stones loose, then create the pieces of jewelry to hold the gems. You can be assured not only of the authenticity and quality of our colored stone jewelry, but also of the value. So if you're in the market for a fine quality emerald, sapphire, ruby, aquamarine, amethyst, citrine, tourmaline, peridot, or any other gemstone, come by and see us at Underwoods.
Hey, it's Rick Ballou. I just upgraded my home with fantastic floors, and the experience was incredible. Rusty and the team brought the showroom to me with their at-home consultation. The whole process was simple, the installation was top-notch, and the results, absolutely fantastic. Take it from me. Don't wait. Visit fanfloors.com and schedule your at-home consultation today. Fantastic Floors, where every step is fantastic.
Mark Watson with Hardball Creative. What's better than beer? Cold beer. Put your company logo on a custom koozie. Check them out at hardballcreative.com.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all.
Football season is all about the big moments. How about some killer wings and cold ones to go along with it? Check out Hurricane Grill and Wings on St. Augustine Beach. Tons of TVs so you don't miss any of the action, but still that open-air atmosphere you crave. Hurricane Grill and Wings on A1A in St. Augustine.
Attention skilled electricians. Are you undervalued at your current company? Time to step up to the bigger projects and better opportunities. Join the team at Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering not just the job, but an experienced, top-notch pay, unbeatable benefits, and the best working environments in the business. Please join the team that values your skills and rewards your hard work. Elevate your career to new heights. Apply today at millercareers.com, an equal opportunity employer.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and beautiful people all across the world. Let's get ready for the Breakfast Bowl Challenge!
Mike Del Rocco is protected by Lee and Kate's Glass. New look, same great service on 1010XL.
Oh, yeah, the Breakfast Bowl, the height of Western civilization, about to take place once again for the 12th consecutive week here on Jaguars Today. Tony Smith, if you would, please, a recap of Week 11.
D-Rock took down the week, 84.2. Dempsey second, 78.6. Dylan third, 67.66.
Gang.
And I bought breakfast for the second week in a row, 62.82.
Gang, gang. Overall standings, please.
Same order.
Same order, okay?
Yep.
D-Rock at the top.
Yes,
D-Rock at the top,
now in second place.
You're second with 683. Dylan 674, and me with 616.
13 points behind you, D-Rock.
It's a tight race.
You smell
baby.
my horrid breath on your neck, breathing down your neck right now? And you think? No? All right.
Ew.
Ew. Every week we draft a quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end, and a flex, which can be a running back, wide receiver, or a tight end. You do get points for every reception in this scoring.
Oh, we do?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
Once you have taken a player, you're not eligible to take him again for the rest of the year. Once a player has been selected, no one else can have him for that week. If you take an ineligible player, we will mock you, give you a 0, but that player will still remain in the pool for others. So here we go. Tony, Dylan, myself, D-Rock. That is our draft order this week. Tony, don't do it. Don't do it, Tony. Don't do it. You gonna get him? You taking him?
The him I'm taking is T. Higgins.
Dang it. Higgins. Okay.
Yeah.
I knew it. I already used T. Higgins.
Yeah.
T. Higgins, welcome. to Christian Gonzalez's world. All right, no Jamar Chase, but the coverage gonna roll. Coverage gonna roll on that one. Not upsetting me right out of the gates. The hat trick is still in play. Dylan Denmark, what do you have? Puka. Puka
Naduka.
I love it. I love it when they take guys that I've already used. So another one that I don't have to fret over. Puka Nakua. All right. Feeling pretty thin at the tight end position this week.
So a little thin.
I'm going to go Dallas Goedert. Right there. Tony has already used him, I know. So I'm going to take Dallas Goedert. This is a tough one.
What's D-Rock's pick?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, what are you doing?
I thought I had
we might have been able to get him to screw up. We was just leave him alone there.
This is a tough one to see who D-Rock's going to select. If you're going to let me finish, Tony.
Man, I so want to do it.
I do it every week. I'm all about me, man. Don't you do it, man.
I so want to do it.
Don't you do it. What do you, let me say, initials MW or JB?
The first name of this player starts with a J.
Okay. And it ends with a Kobe?
No, I'm going to take Jared Goff.
Okay. But you were thinking about another
without
player.
question.
All right. How dare you're just a bad person. All right. So I will pass on that opportunity. I will pass on that.
I was about to say, what? You took one person.
I'm just looking. Just looking. Mental. I like to speak out loud, think out loud. D-Rock, go ahead. Jared Goof.
Yeah.
It's your turn. You get another
Still
one.
your turn.
See?
Back to back.
See, he doesn't even realize you get back-to-back picks.
I know, but I'm waiting for you to screw it up. I'm waiting for you to screw it up.
No. What am I going to say? Jared Goff. Jared Goff.
Unbelievable.
And we're about to have to delay the game.
How long you got to wait?
It's like Woody Marks.
It's like we're
I like
watching
that.
poker.
You know what? Woody Marks was a very good pick. I love that pick.
He just kept talking. I'm like, I'm just going to let him dig himself a hole here.
No hold, Doug. No hold, Doug. I like that pick, though, very much. Let's see. Can I make one now? Is that all right?
It's your turn.
I know. I'm just making sure we're all on the same page. That it is.
You can make 2 or
my
3 picks
turn.
if you
Tick
want.
tock,
You're right.
Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock.
Now it's getting a little bit harsh now.
I'll
We're
take,
getting nut cutting time here.
Taking Stephon Diggs.
Not bad. All right. Cross him off my list.
Tony?
I can barely hear him, by the way. Did he make a pick?
No, he's just mumbling.
No,
Okay, I
get
can
Tony.
literally barely hear
He was
you.
crossing a name off his
Crossing
list.
the name off.
Right, I was hoping Tony would make a pick there, though. Tony, your turn now.
Rico Dowdle. Running back.
He is a running back.
Yep.
It's a running play.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Rico Dowdle.
Tony Smith.
Yeah, I will go Travion Henderson.
Welcome back, the other guy.
And Matthew Stafford.
Okay, Mike.
Brock Bowers.
Brock
Tight end.
Bowers. He does play tight end.
It's pretty good.
They do throw him the ball there. All right, just looking over the old landscape here. That's interesting because D-Rock and I had both already used him. All right. Oh, well, indeed. I'm going to go Rashee Rice.
He's playing flex this week for you?
Yes, he is.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
Very flexible.
All right.
Rice is a very flexible food. Can go with just about anything.
Mm-hmm.
What is happening?
It's a staple.
Yeah.
Dylan, who would you like next?
I'm going.
It's gotten very mean and
Yes, it's spiteful.
mean-spirited.
I'm going Ted McMillan, please.
Tataroa.
And then it becomes interesting for me here.
Tight end or flex?
Dylan's like, get to business.
Come on,
What are we
figure it
doing
out.
here?
Cavill,
we
he
got
was
plenty of time.
smashing it.
It's the drama of finding out who Mike DeRocco will take with his 4th selection in the Breakfast Bowl is keeping our audience on the edge of their
their
collective
seat. I'm going to go, believe it or not, and I'm probably going to regret this, but I'm going to go Jacoby Myers.
Wow.
I've had a mixed success drafting
Jaguars
from this team. Yes.
Yeah.
Last week, thank you for the 2 touchdowns.
ETN.
His turn's over.
Spoke his
Yeah.
name right there. All right. But when I took, can I say the guy who's on IR? Then when I took Travis Hunter, I get the Big Ten 0.
You did. That's a shame.
I did. I'll take. Oof. I was ready to do it, and then I thought, is that what I want to do?
Wait a minute. It's not me right here.
Hold on. Just wait a second here. I had it all planned out, and then it came. All right, give me Derrick Henry. My mouth is now shut.
Chris Olave.
Flex. Whoa.
I will go Jahmyr Gibbs and Travis Kelce.
Drake May, quarterback. Finally took him.
Throwing only to my guy this week. All right, I need a quarterback here. Yes, I do.
Do it. You know you want to.
Oh no, he's not even close to my list.
Last week it was on the list, but we didn't take his options away. He would have gone.
Not even close on my list.
He could have anyway, coward.
I'll double down. Give me Mahomes.
All right. And I'm going to take you guys have already taken this guy, so I figured I'd wait. Jake Ferguson.
Virgo. All right. We're safe now? It
was an angry breakfast bowl.
It really was.
It was a weird week for me because I knew my last 3 picks were all guys that I was the only one that had them left.
Well, I was thinking Saquon, and then I'm like, I already took Goddard.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I want to double down on that Eagles offense. But anyway, Tony goes with Matt Stafford, Travion Henderson. Let's go Ramondre. T. Higgins, Travis Kelce, and Jahmyr Gibbs.
Pretty star-studded group there.
Yes, it is. Oh, that's I bought 2 weeks in a row kind of draft. We've got Drake May, Rico Dowdle, Puka Nacua, Brock Bowers, and Chris Olave for Dylan Denmark. I went with Patty Mahomes, Derrick Henry, not Hunter Henry. I like him this week, though, too. Stephon Diggs, Dallas Goedert, and Rashee Rice. Mike Duraco goes with Jared Goff. Hope he plays just like he did last week. Woody Marks, who I did like that pick, D-Rock, I got to say. Tedero McMillan, Jake Ferguson, and Jacoby Myers. Who did you debate taking? This week, for me, it was Bryce Young. But, a little bit banged up. Monday Night Football game. It's just too much risk. Too much risk on a Thursday morning.
I really wanted to take Lamar, and then he didn't practice yesterday. And I'm like, he's probably going to play, but I don't know.
He's going to be handing off to Derrick Henry all day.
Well, he was on my list too, but I was like, ooh. As a Derrick Henry fantasy owner in another league, he's not been fantastic.
All right, top 3 Jaguar fantasy options this week. Who you got?
Myers.
ETN's got to be one.
ETN, yeah. I'm not giving you an order. Myers, ETN, and you know what? Basil Tootin.
Okay. I think Brenton Strange could be in there.
If he plays, I don't know that he's going to play.
Right.
I thought he was going to play last week. I was wrong.
But I agree with you. There's no, after last week, seeing the target shift, don't know if you can feel comfortable putting Parker Washington in your lineup right now. Is he going to get enough volume? But, I think both those running backs are live.
They would love to be able to do the rest of the way it broke down last week. Maybe not 47 rushing attempts,
but split between those two guys.
They would love to be able to rotate those two guys and end up running it more than they're throwing it. They would love to be able to do that.
All right. Well, we have knocked out the Breakfast Bowl once again. You can slide back in your seats now and get off the edge, and we'll come back and continue to discuss the Jacksonville Jaguars as they move towards a visit with the Arizona Cardinals coming up on Sunday. You're listening to Jaguars Today. Keep it right here on 1010XL and 92.5 FM. Hey, folks, Mike Dempsey for Pella Windows and Doors. They've asked me to issue you a challenge. Go stand inside next to your windows, and if you feel a cool draft, you need Pella. The experts at Pella Windows and Doors can easily fix that. With energy-efficient windows, they'll keep the drafty air out, saving you money every single month. How about 0% interest for 60 months right now? That's what you can get. Go to PellaJacks.com. Schedule a free home energy checkup. That's PellaJacks.com. You can visit their showroom on Phillips Highway as well, just north of Bay Meadows, and tell them you heard my challenge on 1010XL.
You're locked in to Jaguars Today Thursday with
Cannons of Jacksonville.
1010XL's drive to the Tom Coughlin J Fund Radiothon is driven by the Nimnicht family of dealerships. Customers keep coming back for family-friendly service and the treating you right guarantee. Nimnicht, proud to support the Tom Coughlin J Fund.
Did you know that for every inch of rain on a 2,000 square foot roof, 1,500 gallons come off the eaves of the roof? Call Clearwater Seamless Gutters and Drainage, and we'll design a plan using our Clearwater Seamless Gutters, and we'll connect those gutters to a Clearwater drainage system to solve your erosion and standing water issues.
Clearwater Seamless Gutters. We can't sing a lick, but we sure are good at gutters. And drainage, too.
SeamlessGuttersJacksonville.com. Jaguars
Today.
From the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios of 1010XL.
Introducing the Jag Stack at Firehouse Subs. So bold, it's named after the home team. Stacked with honey ham, smoked turkey, roast beef, provolone, fresh veggies, and the new Duval drizzle sauce. For a limited time at your local Firehouse Subs, there's only one hottest sub in Duval.
Hey, Hicken here. Cooler weather right around the corner, but you can extend your swim season with Surfside Pools. This month, Surfside Pools offering 10% off new pool heaters or heater replacements and installation. Keep the good times rolling, no matter the season. Upgrade your pool heating system now for months of extra enjoyment. Only from Surfside Pools, the trusted name for expert pool service. Family owned and operated. Call 246-2666 or visit surfsidepools.net.
License number CPC 044080.
I know it's football season, but I know you love basketball too. And youth sports are always in season at the First Coast YMCA. Registration is now open for winter basketball at the Y. Today, more than ever, our kids need to experience the joy of being a kid while also learning the importance of teamwork, respect, and healthy living. At the Y, we're providing a safe, clean, fun environment with an exciting youth basketball league. Learn more at fcymca.org.
When it comes to glass, you don't want average. You want flawless. Duval Glass and Mirror has transformed homes and businesses across Jacksonville for over 35 years. Frameless showers that wow, mirrors cut exactly to your style, fogged or broken glass replaced, decorative tabletops, windows replaced or repaired to stand up to Florida storms. All backed by a 100% guarantee. Visit DuvalGlass.com for your free quote. There's only one name for glass and mirror around these parts. It's Duval.
What if you could pull up to $500,000 in cash out of your home and drop your mortgage rate to 4.99% APR? Hey, Prosser here, and right now at Loan Pronto, they've got the lowest rates in 3 years. With Loan Pronto's rapid equity loan, you can get your cash in as little as 3 days, pay off all those high-interest credit cards, and even skip your next 2 house payments. One client just got $300,000 approved in under 24 hours. Paid off their debt, paid off 2 car loans, saved $2,100 a month. One call, life change. There's no wait, no hard credit pull. You probably won't need an appraisal. Just fast, easy cash from your home's equity. Rates at a 3-year low. Act now. Call 914-999-1508 or visit loanpronto.com for your free instant home appraisal. See how much cash you can get today. Call 914-999-1508. See how much cash you can get today. You can also visit loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781. On approved credit, visit NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Hey, David again here with Royal Pet Services. It's that time of year when rodents start making their way into our homes. Layson, tell them what they need to get in.
A quarter-size hole.
That's right. That's all they need. Hey, tell them where to go for a free attic and exterior inspection.
Visit RoyalPetServices.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. Now, the cool down with Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing, keeping Jack's cool since 1987.
All right, continuing on here. We'll get back to your calls here in a moment. We're just talking about an interesting story. I'm paraphrasing it. I'm not reading it verbatim here. We're just talking about what's going on with Philadelphia's offense and everything. And I saw yesterday, I think it was PFT, had a piece on how Jalen Hurts is basically defying the coaching staff, and they run all this stuff in practice during the week. It's kind of like Trevor, right? Hey, this is open. We got to take that shot. And then Trevor looks away from it, right? We heard a lot of that early in the season. And that in Philadelphia, they're doing they're practicing, taking shots down the field, trying to, they realize A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith are really good players.
Yeah.
And then they get in the game, and Hurts is like, nope, not going to throw a tight window throw. I'm just going to be super conservative, going to be whatever. And maybe this is where some of A.J. Brown's frustration is coming in. Not just like, hey, give me the ball, but like, hey, we practiced this all week. And that PFT's take was basically like, they can't do anything about it. They're stuck.
Why would he do this?
Because he doesn't agree, that he thinks he doesn't really care. Like he'll win, like he really means like we'll win 10-7. And whereas A.J. Brown is saying, yeah, but
my numbers.
But that in part, but also like when they win, he's saying like, look, is this style going to be good enough when we have to open it up? Can we just turn it on? And if he is kind of like, I don't care about any of that. I'm going to win, stack wins. And look, they won the Super Bowl last year, so you can't argue.
Yeah, but he did. I mean, they took shots down the field,
and they said that has been a difference, and that it has been a point of contention, according to this. And I'll dig up the piece right here. That the coaching staff, they're going through the week like, hey, we're calling these things, and we're running them in practice, and then we get in the game, and he won't pull the trigger on him. So I don't know. It's interesting.
If it's on purpose, like Trevor's stuff, I don't think was on purpose. I know it wasn't on purpose to defy the coaching staff. It was, he's just not seeing
comfortable.
It and not comfortable with it.
Yes.
But if you're openly defying the coaching staff and saying, the hell with you, I'm just going to run what I want to run, that seems like it could be a major problem in the locker room.
And that's, I think, what they're alluding to, that this is...
You have major problems in your locker room, you generally don't win a Super Bowl.
It's hard to say. I mean, who knows how much of this obviously this particular circumstance wasn't happening last year because, like you said, they were taking shots in the passing game last year, but we don't know what the dynamic has been like between Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown, for instance,
Correct.
For the last several years. They won the Super Bowl last year.
Yeah, it just seems stupid to openly defy the coaching staff on that with that kind of an attitude. I don't know. Did he cite sources?
Here we go. Frustrations mount over Jalen Hurts playing, quote, his game. Okay, this is according to a report. Let's see. Thanks to his great contract, he has great power. Derek Gunn, who has covered the Eagles for years, recently peeled back a curtain that the team has generally managed to keep pulled shut. He said this on the Seth Joyner show. Those things that get dissected on film during practice, those things that are talked about among the quarterback coach, OC, the head coach, it's been constantly discussed all season long. Yet, when they transition to the field on a football game, Hurts plays his game, not the game the coaches want him to play. He plays his game. I don't think you can get out of that mode at this particular point. I think it's what we're going to have to watch all season long is him playing his game. As he explained it, his game consists of Hurts not making throws that are there to be made. You look at a lot of quarterbacks are going to sling it. They're going to try to throw it through the eye of a needle. Sometimes you just have to take that chance. That's not his game. That's why he stands back there. A lot of the time he's patting the ball, and he throws the timing of the offense off. The rhythm is thrown off, and they can't get him out of it. It's frustrating in a lot of ways to the coaching staff and to the players, extremely frustrating to the players. We're hearing some of that because when they look at film the next day or a few days later, they see what's available out there and what should have happened, and it didn't, and it's frustrating to them as well. It's just basically telling you, there's a lot of people in the organization that are frustrated with the quarterback right now, and the quarterback understands he has them over a barrel. This is almost Carson Wentz part 2. They're not going to eat this kind of money yet. I'm just saying, this is what, I don't know this guy, what he's saying, but apparently, Seth Joyner thinks enough about his Eagles takes, and Seth Joyner, longtime great Philadelphia Eagle to have him on. So I don't know. It's interesting. I like the drama when it's somebody else's drama, right? I mean, that's to me. I love that kind of stuff. That's fascinating. Want to follow along those kind of storylines. All right, let's get Mac on the north side. And then we'll have one more segment with D-Rock looking ahead to Arizona. Matt, good morning.
Good morning, fellas, man. I'm rooting for the Buffalo Bills tonight, man. We got to keep the Houston Texans off our ass. Can I say that?
Yeah, you just did. So D-Rock almost did a spit take, but yeah, sure, why not, man? That
was what he told me.
Seems reasonable.
Say exactly like that on the air.
So you're all in on the Bills tonight, then, Mac?
Yes, I am.
Okay. I don't think that's a wrong. Like either outcome, you can spin it for the Jags, right? Because if the Jags win and Buffalo happens to lose tonight, Jags jump ahead of Buffalo and LA. They'll be in the 5th spot in the AFC playoff picture based on
it's
tiebreakers.
Unbelievable, is it not?
But that's where they. And can you just imagine if they just taken care of their business in the last quarter against Houston? I mean, come on.
Up and down, baby. That's what the league is. That's what this franchise is right now. They need to find some consistency.
D-Rock, I brought this up the other day. If the NFL said, look, we don't care what you do the rest of the season, win or lose, you get the 7th seed in the playoffs. Would you take that?
Who are you at?
If you're from the Jags' point of view, if Mike DiRocco had the power to say, I'll take the 7th seed right now, we're in the playoffs, throwing away any chance to win the division, which is still, even if you win out and beat the Colts, doesn't matter. You're the 7th seed. You're going on the road. Would you take that now if you were the Jacksonville Jaguars? Or should they be willing to take that? They never would, right?
Right, yeah.
I mean, that's just a hypothetical, silly thing.
It is a weird hypothetical situation.
But would you rather lock in the certainty of the 7th seed or just roll the dice and see what happens?
I don't know who I don't know what this team is. I don't know that for sure in my head they're going to go into Arizona and win that game and then go up to Nashville and beat the Titans and then beat the Jets in 2 weeks after that, whenever the hell it is. I just don't know for sure that that's going to happen. If I knew that, then I would say no, I'm not going to take that. But I don't know it, so I would probably take it.
I probably would too.
In a hypothetical.
In a hypothetical, right? Obviously.
Not.
Tony wouldn't. He'd roll the dice.
That's
fair. That's fine. Yeah. Well, it's a hypothetical, right? But I just feel
your
like
fake scenario is not more wrong than my fake scenario.
Where they stand right now, coming off that game, with the 2 with the Titans, the Jets. This is a 3-win team they're playing this week.
Mm-hmm.
You get those, even if you lose to the other big boys, the so-called big boys that are on your schedule. You get 10 wins, man. You're probably in. Right? Not mortal lock, but you're probably going to get in.
With your tiebreakers, yeah.
You come up short of the postseason with the way it's set up for you, and by the way, I expect them to beat the Colts at least one of those games. I do. I mean,
here.
Yes, likely the one here, because they generally have their number here, and I think they're a good team, but I don't think they're an unbeatable team. Yeah. So I think the Jags could easily get to 11, right? But... Yeah. It's the alternative of you win 8 or 9 and you miss the postseason when you have, It'll sting,
but at the end of January, maybe into February, when you've had some time to think about it, you'd go, okay, 8, 9, miss the playoffs. Still a hell of a year, man. When you consider everything they went through and losing Hunter and the draft class not really giving them much.
If you say that at the beginning of the year, I agree. But once you're here right now, okay, we lost Hunter, we got Jacoby Myers. We didn't know we were going to have Jacoby Myers, right? Yeah. We're getting a career year out of Devin Lloyd. We're getting a great season out of Travis Etienne. The offensive line is playing better than we expected most weeks, right? Not every week, but most weeks. So,
but you've nothing in that wide receiver room is as you expected it to be at the beginning of the year. And Trevor's been so inconsistent here and there, and I just think. In reality, I get fans would be very, very disappointed, and they should be, because that's what you do as a fan. But I think if you looked at it end of February, logically you would say they've made some really good steps without a lot of good, with some bad things that happened to them. They're on the upslope.
Sure, but if I told you that it's likely a year, or very possibly a year, where Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, who knows, maybe even Josh Allen don't make the playoffs, and you don't take advantage of that?
That's a good point.
Orlovsky was making the case this morning that in a couple weeks' time, we may look up and go, are Josh Allen, Lamar, or Mahomes, any of them, going to be in the postseason?
Ooh, I would be surprised if the Bills aren't. Of those three.
They did lose to the Dolphins.
I know. And
Would it completely shock you if Houston's defense shut them down? I mean, they're playing shorthanded. No, their tight ends out. A couple of the receivers out. They're benching Keon Coleman again. Apparently, they are.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah,
their defense has not been good.
Yeah,
So-
I guess I just have Josh Allen
I'm
up
with
here
you.
on this pedestal, thinking he's going to find a way to pull them through.
I would agree with you, but it's sports. Things happen. You know, put it this way: it's a depressed year for the usual suspects in the AFC. So, in that
Correct.
circumstance, where you find yourself sitting right now with the schedule still to come, it's going to take me a while to get over it if they don't make the postseason. So we'll see. Hopefully they will, and it won't be an issue. Mac, thank you for the call. We'll come back with Mike DeRocco's thoughts on how the Jags are going to match up with those Arizona Cardinals coming up this weekend. You're listening to Jaguars Today on 1010XL 92.5 FM. Hey, folks, Mike Dempsey for big number one Duval Ford, where it is truck time. That's right, Duval Ford. Check out their huge selection of brand new F-150s. It's America's best-selling truck for over 40 years. Right now, you can drive one home with an incredible 0% financing for 60 months, no payments for 90 days. That's right, zero interest, no payments until next year. Your new F-150 is waiting for you at big number one Duval Ford. So visit them online at duvalford.com or stop by the showroom on 1616 Cassett Avenue today.
Jaguars Today.
You're at the home of the Jaguars in the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios. Superior products, exceptional service.
Hey, Jacksonville DDH. Dreamfinders Danny Hicken here with the scoop from Dreamfinders Homes, your National Builder of the Year. We've got first-year interest rates as low as 2.99% in homes in 20-plus communities throughout Northeast Florida. If you're house hunting, make sure your first pick Dreamfinders Homes, the proud official home builder of the PGA Tour, the Florida Gators, and your Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit dfhsalesevent.com today and tell them Dreamfinders Danny sent you.
Football season is all about hanging at home and watching the big ball games. Well, if your AC and heating unit is letting you down and keeping those electric bills sky high, think about getting a new energy-efficient AC unit from Florida Home AC. They've got great deals on replacements plus rebates and incentives to make it more affordable. Call Florida Home AC at 777-4300 and get their expert staff to take a look. Football season is all about fun and playing for the win. Make sure you have the winning team on your side with Florida Home AC.
Jaguars Today Thursday, brought to you by Cannons of Jacksonville.
Hey, Duval, here's your chance to be face-to-face with the Jags as they take the field on game day. Jump in the shadows and experience the Jaguars like never before. Enter today at everbank.com/shadows for your chance to be part of the action. No purchase necessary to enter or win. Open to legal residents of the 50 United States and D.C., 18 and older. Entry periods for the sweepstakes are from 8/4/25 to 12/21/25. For official rules and complete details, visit everbank.com/shadows. Sponsor and administrator, Everbank, N.A. member FDIC.
Say goodbye to glasses and contacts with customized vision treatments at Bowden Eye & Associates. Hey, Hicken here. Dr. Bowden and his expert team bring you all the latest options like Evo implantable Caliber lenses, refractive lens exchange, or traditional LASIK. Tailored just for you. Imagine waking up to clear vision. No hassle, no fuss. You ready to see the difference? Call now or visit BowdenEye.com for a free screening. Bowden Eye & Associates, keeping the first coast focused.
When storms start to crop up in the Atlantic or Gulf this time of year, having a solid plan to handle anything that sweeps through the first coast is very important. That's where American Electrical comes in. Ensure your home's safety and comfort with an American Electrical home generator. As the area's leading home generator dealer and installer, American Electrical can offer you easy installation, simple maintenance, and peace of mind. Schedule an assessment by simply calling the team at American Electrical. They'll walk you through the best generator for your home or business. Log on, american-electrical.com.
This is Niall Lawrence Stample, national champion and owner of NLS Cleaning. We're your exterior cleaning experts for pressure washing, gutters, windows, and paper sealing. This event season, get your home or business ready to go before guests arrive. NLS Cleaning, 708-8802.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you.
Instant Keys saves the day if you have lost or broken keys. They can program new keys and remotes for nearly every make and model of vehicle at a fraction of the dealership cost. Fast, honest, and reliable locksmith service. Call 722-1111.
Instant Keys. Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you.
Have you or someone you care about been arrested or had their driver's license taken away? I'm Susan Cohen, and I work with David Robbins at the law firm of Epstein & Robbins. We are experienced fighters for those charged with DUI and all criminal offenses. I've been named the best DUI attorney in the state, and David has been named the best criminal defense lawyer in Jacksonville. In your battle with the justice system, there is only one thing you need to know. Dial David 24/7 at Epstein & Robbins, 354-5645.
San Jose Collision is hiring for an automotive detailer and porter. If you're detail-oriented, dependable, and love working with cars, apply in person at San Jose Collision in Mandarin. Valid driver's license required.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. It's a Mike DeRocco Thursday on Jaguars Today. Opened by Lee and Kate's Glass on 1010XL.
All right, D-Rock just breaking the news that he's worried about the Jets game on the schedule.
Backup quarterback.
Come on, man.
I didn't say I was worried about that.
All right,
I
so
said
what's
that
going to
would
happen
concern-
Sunday?
Backup quarterback. I don't know. It's just that's the theory that's out there. Can't beat the backup quarterbacks.
Would you rather play Daniel Jones, or I don't even know if Anthony Richardson will be healthy enough to play at that point? Who are they running as their number 2 right now? That's a good one.
Is that
what team?
The Colts. Who's their number 2?
Anthony Richardson?
No, Riley Leonard.
Oh, yeah, I don't want any part of Riley Leonard.
You don't want any part of Riley Leonard. Oh, my gosh. All right. Well, they get a backup quarterback this week, although he's now the starter, so I don't know how you look at Jacoby Brissett. Mike, what's your biggest concern in this football game from the Jaguars' point of view?
Trey McBride. Trying to eliminate that game wrecker, to be honest with you.
He's had a better year than Brock Bowers, and Brock Bowers destroyed us.
Yes. And you know, he's averaging 10 yards a catch. He's got 71 catches. It's a little over 700. He's like 10.1 yards a catch. So he's not killing you down the field, but man, 8 catches.
Super high volume.
Yeah.
And he's become a red zone threat. He's never been a touchdown guy for them, and they figured it out
this year. And they're not. Their safeties are a concern. Although I wonder if Juan Thornhill is a guy that might see some action this week. I don't know. We'll see what happens. They really need Eric Murray back. They really, really do.
Got another couple weeks.
Yeah, and I just think that Brissett's going to generally kind of take care of the ball a little bit more, I would think, than what you would expect out of Kyler Murray. But you're also not going to have the threat of Brissett running around all over the place either. So
he runs a little bit, though.
He'll hurt
you more on third down and 7.
He's not what you were going to get with Murray. So I think they've got to get pressure. It's got to be another game like last week where they finally get pressure.
All right, where do you think the Jags' biggest advantage comes in?
I think they can run it. I think the offensive line is playing pretty darn well, and Etienne and Tootin. I mean, that's what you wanted to see. You wanted to see Tootin start to pick it up a little bit because now you're like, oh, okay, got a
1-2 punch,
1-2 punch,
yeah.
And all Tootin in the game. Yeah, there's some different stuff for him than there is for Etienne, but man, he can still run between the tackles just as well as Etienne can. So that's where I think that's their biggest advantage.
All right, our poll question today: as of today, which of these pending free agents should the Jacksonville Jaguars should be the Jaguars' top priority to get signed to a contract extension? Ezra Cleveland, Travis Etienne, Devin Lloyd, Jacoby Myers. 47% going Devin Lloyd, 35.5% going Jacoby, 12% Ezra, and only 5% with Travis Etienne right now. So
40% for the off-ball linebacker, huh?
47, nearly
47%.
50%. He's been really good now,
Yeah.
And you don't have an immediate replacement. Like, we all agree, Jacoby Myers, but I would probably put Devin Lloyd second on that list. If Jacoby were not in the mix, I would vote for Devin Lloyd over Etienne and Cleveland, because I do think you got options with Milam, and you have your in-house replacements for Etienne for next year.
Yeah, I think you can find an off-ball linebacker. But
okay, like Jack Kaiser? I mean, I don't know. You tell me. You probably can.
Yeah, but you
All
can
right.
also find a running back later in the round, too, later in the draft.
Coach Denmark wants us to speed up and welcome an XL Primetime.
Now, the 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnik. Nimnik Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnik Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
Big Sirs, hello.
How you doing, John?
We're quite well. How are you? What's up on this Thursday?
Everything.
Yeah? What are you guys getting into
We got
today?
Jags. We got coaching carousel in college.
Okay.
We got Ryan O'Halloran coming on.
You got to love Ryan O'Halloran, man. Get all the latest, whatever D-Rock was holding back from us. Ryan O'Halloran, I'm sure, will lay out there for you today. Are you feeling good about the Jags? Are we going to see a version somewhat similar to what we saw last week?
I'm not sure if I can trust them yet. I got to see back-to-back.
That's fair.
Yeah.
You know, I think they're capable of doing it. Now go out there and prove that you're up to it.
Listen, I'm looking at the next 4 games. You win those, you're right in the middle of the playoff hunt.
Oh, man, you're talking about seeding if you win those games.
Driving
absolutely.
the bus.
Yes.
Right, you can. Right, you win the next 4. I would think that you are probably in charge of your own fate to win the AFC South, because one of those would come head-to-head with Indy. I don't think Indy's running the gauntlet these next games that they've got coming up. We took a look at some of them on the schedule, particularly this week at Kansas City. All right, Leon, have a great show.
Appreciate it.
You got it, buddy. And there you go, XL Primetime coming up for the next couple hours here on 1010XL. D-Rock, are you ready to make your official prediction on this game?
Yeah, I love that shirt Leon's wearing, by the way. That's
Very nice. Yeah.
Very nice.
Leon's got great sartorial style.
Okay.
right.
I do think the Jags go out there and win that game, but I don't see it as being very high scoring, and I don't think it's going to be a blowout. So 21-17 maybe kind of thing there. I think they're going to run a lot.
Interest you in 12-10? If we have the 12, I'm interested.
Yeah. big Cam Little game this week.
Maybe so, or maybe a terrible Cam Little game. Could look at it that way. 2 touchdowns. Oopsie. No extra points.
Look,
I
don't want to ever be called the negative guy here anymore after that. I mean, come on.
This is just mathematical reality. All right, that'll do it for us today. You got the Jags 21-17.
Give or take.
We got you on the hook right there. D-Rock has safe travels.
Thank you.
Out to Glendale, ultimately, where the game will be played, and get that nap in Saturday. He's got a 6 a.m.er going out there.
Do not worry.
You don't have to remind me.
It's on the list.
All right, Tony, tomorrow we got Tom's Tale of the Tape. We'll do our picks for the week, and we'll march into the weekend with you and Coach Denmark and myself. For Mike DeRocco and all of us here, thanks for listening to Jaguars Today. Stick around for XL Primetime next.